Hello, friends, and welcome back to Beyer Music Resources and the Music Educator's Worksheet Generator. My name is Brad Beyer, and I want to take you through some of the features of the Scales tab today. This is the fourth one here on the page. Let's take a look at what this tab offers us in terms of being able to assess our students on some scales. So you'll see, as always, there's a title box here. I can say Scales Test for 513. Okay, whatever your title wants to be, it can be totally up to you. And then here's where there are two options for that you have for the scales page. And the first one is to add accidentals to the scale. And then there's another one where you draw the full scale. I'll show that in just a moment. But for now, let's do that. Add accidentals to scale. We'll choose 12 questions for now because that should fit all on one page. And then, of course, we can choose the scale quality. So I can choose major and minor scales or individually versus those kinds of things. There's a whole ton of scales on here, lots of different types of time that you can play around with. But let's just stick with major and minor scales for right now, and we'll generate the worksheet. Now you'll see here again we have our instructions for the students to use. They can use whichever clef works better for them, and essentially the first letter name here correlates with the first note that you see there, of course, and whether it's flat or sharp or whatever. And that first note and the last note of the scale are written in properly. And then in between there, the student's job is to write in the accidentals that will fill in the scale properly so that they create the F melodic minor scale or the D major scale. And of course, for melodic minor scales, you have it different going up than you do going down. So that's why that's included there as well. And this takes you through many different scales. You can continue to optimize that however you'd like, do more copies, whatever, print them out. And then let's go back to here. You can also choose a custom combination of scale types, which once you click that, it pulls up this here. And then you can just choose, let's say I want harmonic minor and I want whole half diminished. Sure, why not? And let's do some modes, why not? So when you hit generate again, it pulls from only those three types of scales. And as you go down the list here, it will only use those within that. So pretty cool. But then, as I mentioned before, there's another option where you can choose to have the student just draw in the full scale. And so we can keep the same scales that I'm using here, and it just gives the student a blank staff to write them in themselves. And there should be enough room in there for them to write the notes at whatever scale they want. So there's that. And again, you can generate that to your liking as well. So again, hopefully you find this beneficial for your students. Thanks for stopping by. Please would love it if you find value in this resource, that you spread the word and that you share any of these social things with your friends and your colleagues. That would be very beneficial. And thanks so much for stopping by.